So this is my most neglected tank, I would say. I don't really do a lot to it. I let it get on with it. It's mostly full of ragbag guppies. At one point it was deformed females I had in here, and now it's mostly very tiny little guppies. There's a little male there. He looks fully mature when you see him here. You can see that he's definitely a male. He's not that far off the size of some of the younger ones, but you know, when you step back and see how tiny he is to a normal guppy, it's not even the size of a thumbnail. These beautiful colours. I also have my pea puffer in here. He seems to like the neglect. To be honest, he likes the tank left alone so he can get on with his thing. You can see how many dead snails I have at the bottom. The mystery snails didn't die from him. Funny enough, a couple of them were killed by my guppies, and so I had to put bigger ones in here that the guppies would leave alone. I have 4 mystery snails in here who've been in here now a couple of months, and so they seem to be doing okay. But these small ones, the guppies just eat them. They literally pull the foot back and they just eat them. I don't know if they've learned off of the pea puffer, because they go after all the snails I put in here, but they particularly like the smaller mystery snails. So I do have assassin snails in here, but I find they leave the mystery snails alone because I have so many trumpet snails in here. They have no interest in bigger snails. So I just did a water change, moved some things about. Pea puffer does like to have things changed a bit. So he's just been out inspecting. He's at the back. Yes, he's right at the back there. He's a beautiful fish. I wish I could put him somewhere else, but I've got nowhere where he would be as happy as he is with his guppies. He doesn't seem to eat many of the babies, because when I took some of the plants out here, just hundreds of babies came out of nowhere. You can't really see them now, but there are a lot of babies in here. So I am hoping as the bigger females die, I've got smaller, more Endler-like fish in here, so that I can get more of them in here. I really have my eye on a nicer tank for this area, but I know it seems a bit mean, but I don't want to put the guppies in a new tank. I'd like to put something a bit different in there. Maybe the very tiny male guppies. They would look quite nice in a new tank. But I say I kind of neglect this. I give it a water change about every 10 days. I clean out the filters about every 6 weeks. I move some plants about. I do keep quite a lot of plants in here. Got plants growing at the top. But it's definitely not one of my better tanks, but also I think it's quite nice to be left alone and let the fish get on with their own lives. It'll be interesting to see if they stop breeding when there's too many fish in here. I have heard of people who've left tanks like this and suddenly the fish have stopped breeding. I can't get over how tiny that male is. He's such a small little fish.